I feel really confident about our relationship currently and where we're going. And I feel confident in him as a person. So I just needed to have that before.
New boyfriend. Tell me everything. How did you guys meet? Everything.
So we met through a mutual friend. He plays volleyball in Hermosa Beach. And so one of my friends knew him through that. And we met at a pregame party before going out. And the first thing that attracted me to him was we were talking about alien life. And I was like, oh, there's potentially alien life on some moon off of Jupiter. And he's like, oh, Europa. And I was like, he knew the moon. And we just immediately connected because of our interest in space. He's an aerospace engineer. And so yeah, that was kind of the spark that created where we are now.
I love that so much. I feel like your caption when you introduced him to Bachelor Nation was like a joke about things were weird and now they're weirder. And I feel like that was just like a cute little thing for you also to write.
Yeah, our relationship is definitely a little weird, but it's fun. It's like, I like that his mind is very curious, and it keeps me curious and guessing. And something that I really wanted in a partner is just curiosity, because he'll just bring up weird subjects and I'll bring up weird subjects. We could talk about them for hours. So the fact that he's curious really is something that I love about him.
Oh, and how did you decide when was the right time to, it sounds so silly, but to post on Instagram, to let the world in on it? Because coming from a show that is known for dating life, when you open that door, you can't really go back.
Exactly. So I have dated since being on the show, multiple different people, just, been out in the dating scene. And for me, what was really important is that I wanted to be in a solid place with somebody before I introduced them to the public, because as soon as you introduce someone you're dating, everyone has an opinion, And so I wanted to make sure we had a really strong base and foundation before going public, because then there's people, wanting to compare, different relationships. And luckily, that hasn't been anything that's really affected us. There have been people trying to do that, but yeah, I feel really confident about our relationship currently and where we're going, and I feel confident in him as a person. So I just needed to have that before releasing him out into the wild, as it were. So
no, 100%. And I think you guys are at one of the Bachelor Live on Stage events, so maybe giving him a little taste of like the Bachelor fans and how it's like, how did that go? Was it like an interesting little thing for him to kind of see it in real life, like the fandom?
Oh yeah, he finds it funny. He hasn't seen any of the Bachelor shows, and he really wants to watch the shows with me, the ones that I was on. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to watch my seasons with you, because it's weird. Like, you don't want to see me kissing someone else or dating someone else. But it's fun. I mean, he's just really positive and kind of sees it as like a funny thing that I went through. But yeah, we'll see. The Bachelor fandom has been interesting. Everyone's been very supportive. So it's been really good. Better than I thought. I was terrified.
That's good. Yeah. It is scary. And obviously you were like part of a long-term relationship that fans root for, which is nice. But then it's like, okay, well, if they're moving on, I should be able to move on. And you said like the comparison, I think by nature, people just do that, whether they realize that like you're a real person and like you could read that. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just where the fans gravitate.
Yeah, it is. I think because last time everyone saw me, predominantly it was talking about my past relationships. So I think it's only natural to be like, well, this is who you were with. And so this is who you're with now. And how are they different? And how are they similar? And I've always found it so funny. Everyone keeps telling me that, oh, he looks just like your ex. I'm like, he doesn't look anything like him, in my opinion. But it's funny how people try to draw those comparisons.
Yeah, that is funny. Maybe you guys should watch Ari's season. I feel like that's innocent enough.
I told him I'd be open to watching that.
Yeah, because that has a wild ending.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that'd be fun. Everything else in Paradise, I think, is it's basically, someone that I almost married. It's just weird. So I think that would be, but he wants to.
Yeah.